Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be rising through the atmosphere into the stars. We're looking at The Little Prince Rising to the Stars today. This is a game for 2 to 6 players, designed by Bruno Cathala and Antoine Bauza. It's brought to us through Asmodee in the US, Ludonat over in Europe. It is a children's sort of a family kids game. I think it's a sequel to The Little Prince Make Me a Planet. And it's got some interesting twists. It's got some things to think about, yet it's very simple for kids and families. Let's take a look. Here we have the game set up. Now it's important to note that this game can be set up in multiple ways. All these tiles could flip over and go in different ways, and that's very important because all the tiles are different when you flip them over. So anytime you set the game up, things can be very different each time you play. Now that's very important because everybody starts with the same deck of cards at the beginning of the game. For me, I'm the Green Aviator. I start with 1 star, my helmet, and 8 cards of that color, and they're all 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and this is the same for every player. Will take their color and their cards, and that's why the setup is so important, because the game's gonna be different even though you start with the same deck every game. So on your turn, you're gonna play one of those cards, and you're gonna move up to however many clouds those are. So if I play a 4, I can go anywhere up to a 4, 1 through 4. And so here I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I land there. If I land on an unoccupied cloud by another plane, I can do a special action if there is one. This one is a telescope. This allows you to take one of these telescopes, and these telescopes will have different things. Some of them allow you to get stars, and stars are basically points in here. Here I would get 3 of those stars because it gives me 3 stars. Some of them make you lose a different amount of stars. This one makes me lose 1. Some of them allow you to steal a star or some stars from other people depending on which one it is. And those are the 3 different things that those telescopes can do. And then the next player would go, let's say he threw down a 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this player would go, let's say he also threw down a 4. He goes 1, 2, actually he says, let's just say a 3. Boom. He lands there, and because he landed on there, the pink player would get to steal a card from the green player and take it, and then they would give a card back to the green player of their choice. It can be the same one they just stole, but they can give a card back, but they don't get to do the special ability. Now, this game, whoever's last goes next. So, and if there's people on top of each other, the person on the top goes next. So let's say this person threw down a 3 card. 1, 2, 3. And because this one has a star, they would simply get a star. Now that green is last, they get to go first. So let's say they go next. Let's say they drop a 4. They would go 1, 2, 3, 4. And they would land on the bird. Now the bird cards are basically Grandpa's house. Now this one, these cards basically essentially let you go further than a lot of your other cards will. There are some special cards I'll talk about, but other than that, there's a bunch of values, and you can't actually get to Grandpa's house without some of these cards because you don't have enough cards in your deck to start the game to get to the end. So they're usually high values. There's some special cards, 2 of them. This one at least allows you to move up to 3 clouds or move to the next unoccupied bird cloud. This one puts you in first place, so you go to the furthest cloud just past the first player. And those are the different special cards there. Now, as soon as when it's your turn and you cross any one of these big barriers, you have a choice. You can either take one of the 4 face-down tiles or one of the face-up tiles. I'll take this one. I'll show you why later. That would be it. When the next person goes, maybe they take a face-down card, and they would take that and put that in their pile. Now, these stars range anywhere from like 1 to a handful of stars. And that's one way of getting points. Now let's say I pass this next one and I get the same choice. Well, if you remember, I got the fox last time. There's actually a pretty cool thing here. If you get the fox looking out on the field and the boy looking on the fields, you put these together and it'll be 6 points, 7, 8. So if you get those 2 together, it's 8 points. But if you don't get the second one, it's only going to be worth 1 point. So it's quite a gamble, but when you get it, it's a good thing. That's a cool part of the game. Now this will continue until somebody gets all the way here. The first player will take this, which is worth 6 stars, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1 in that order of whoever gets there first, second, third, and fourth. Now once everybody's finished the game, you add up all your stars, all the loose stars by 1, stars on your tile. This one's actually, as I told you earlier, is 8, and then you're finishing, and the one with the most stars is the winner. Now let's say you run out of cards in the game. You have one or two choices. You could just finish the game, pull your guy off, and just wait for it to finish, and you're done. And you'll just add up your stars that you're finished. Or you can throw away one of your story tiles and move up to 5 clouds, and hopefully maybe finish it or get close. But again, the one who has the most stars at the end is the winner. And here's the rest of the unique tiles, right? So there's some that are 2, 3, 5, 1 by himself, but 8 together, 4, 3, and those are the unique ones. All right, there's Little Prince. Cool little game for kids and families. Wow, I mean, first of all, constructing the board different ways every time. You might flop it over, you might have it go in that U shape. You might have it go down and up and you can make it look different, flip it over. Every game you play is gonna be different, even though your cards are exactly the same every game. I think that's really cool. The decision to be made here, good. This is a very simple game. It's light games, it's made for kids, but yet with that in mind, there's still good decisions to make. You know, which card do I play? Do I want to get on the bird and get the grandfathers and try to get some more cards early? Or do I want to rush to try to get that fox that I showed you, to maybe try to make that thing up to the other one for the 8 points? Do I want to land on somebody else's and try to steal one of his cards away? Do I want to go for the telescopes? When do I rush? When do I hold back? I get more things done when I'm in last place, but first place gets you most stars at the end. Do I want the face up ones that I can see, or do I want to press my luck and go for the face down ones? I mean, simple game, but very enjoyable and really good for kids to teach them sort of the game making decisions you have in these great designer games. It's sort of like a kid version of Takedo, if you will. So overall, very impressed here. Great game. It's not something I'm going to pull out with my gamer friends, but if I have playing with young kids, wow, this is a great sort of beginner gamers game for a lot of kids. Fantastic design, great components, great artwork, good theme, fun stuff. That's Little Prince, Rise of the Stars.